to be the chair for today.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Um. Uh. Okay. Sorry, I still have contact with Elliot. Next, so I will be the chair. Yeah. One.
Perfect. I just listen. Okay.
Okay. Today, on the community scrum, welcome Shin and Tara. So I will just move to the to the initiative. The first from the Andre cards. So there is no update for the CSC based inquiry, and then for the run on Facebook video taken in Jogja. Do you have any update?
Yes, Dandy. So the latest update that I'm trying to take on the Rumpang with Gani. So I'm trying to make it by today, but we have postponed that because um, the owner is the owner's circumstance that they want to postpone it. And here's what I have. I get something some insight from Wayana as I discussed yesterday. So the first one we have to about this initiative, we have to find the best media for this. I mean, like if you want to show it at Facebook, if you want to targeting your partner as your audience, you have to make it more specific. Create a group of it, or maybe you can share of it. We can also share the link and many other things like that. That more are suggesting trying to make a group like that. And second one is define which owner are able to join this. We have to Moana say that suggest that we have to ask the owner, maybe make a call with them and ask them whether if they're able to join this program or not, and why, or if they want to join, then when and how we have to set the bundle budget, time budget for them, so we're not kind of wasting time about this. I agree with that, but I believe that we also did that before. Like we try to contact them first, call them first, and then yeah, still there's lots of owners that not really have a good management of this about this program, because we have to do uh, start the things with training, with certification and socialize and many others. The third one is about the messaging. We can be done only by one of blast message. We should open any conversation to gain their motivation. Like uh, this things is the things that I always do with the Jogja partner. So I am not just blast the message, but I try to say like this, like, hey, we're trying to make develop a new cleanliness standard. Would you like to join about it? And then they will start to asking like, is it a mandatory or what? So I'm just go back and tell them the information that Airbnb are trying to develop this too in Asia. So maybe if we can do this, and then you can also adapt faster than the other property owner that haven't been I haven't applied this program yet. So yeah, I think this is important maybe for Kak Tendi not to just blast it at once. As I also help Kak Tendi. Kak Tendi are already joined with the Nusa Penida group, and I also try to join that too to help you on Nusa Penida. But yeah, as I saw that we just doing like a blast message. Okay, sir. Okay, I will add later, sir, about it, about the messaging things that I did with Yogyakarta. So maybe that's from me, Kak Tandi. So for now, we cannot just do a blast message. We have to open a conversation to gain their motivation too. So I will not have any update about CSC on my card, but I will talk later about on your card, Tandi. So that's all from me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and I think from there is a comment from Jing as well. I think yeah, you can attach the message of the that you reach the partner, so we can know which partner that you have been reached, and then the progress. Yeah, thank
Sure,
you,
sure, sure.
Andre. And then the next for the CM fixing all Jogja MOU. This is a
So
number for this initiative or
this is not an initiative. This is task for me. I'm just trying to record this and let you guys know, and maybe you guys can also take some takeaways about this problem here. So what I found is that the background here, Jogja lost all the MOU since we lost the main Gmail that handled that one MOU. So This might cause because someone deleted that BV email, and then yeah, we don't really have that all of the MOU or the agreement with the Jogja partner. So I think this is so dangerous for us, and this might cause some damage to our internal community. We might lose our partner here. So what I want to do about this, I will create a new MOU to all property Jogja and finish it in August with all the Jogjakarta property aside with new MOU. And I already start with some of it. I already got like wait, I already got five. So what I did yesterday is I get back to them and I asked them whether if they still have their MOU. So they sent to me, and then five property already sent to me, and I will continue with the others too. And some of them are apparently they don't have any of that agreement with us. So I don't know what happened in the past. So that's what I'm trying to fix to make sure that we have the newest MOU. So I already discussed too with Wayana. She already gave me the access to make the agreement, so I can edit and uh, edit and make the like how current agreement that we did with them. So that's all. I just try to let you know about this because this is also important.
Okay. Thank you, Andre, for the update. Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is I think for Jing as well. So we I think we need to discuss it on the leadership guild that because this is related to the what's called the if someone like already what's called finish the contract with the with the Bukit Vista. So how about their Gmail? Do we still can that get Gmail, or can we remove it all the access from that Gmail? Because like this case, I saw also that there is the people that already finish with BV and then still like archive some document that actually we still need it like that. Yes, sir. Do you have any advice?
Okay. Yeah. Very good spotting. Thank you for discovering that, Tendi. So I think that's good for chapter awareness. We should not be saving MOUs in personal drives. We should only save MOUs in the property partner's drive. So that way it belongs to the company. And if people leave and they delete their accounts, which are right now on Gmail accounts, then it doesn't have this problem. Two things. One, Rafik mentioned that yes, okay, Andre already know that Wayana has access to EverSign. There might be a copy on EverSign already with some Jogja properties. Maybe not because I believe Dominic did her own thing for getting the MOUs, so that one might have been done through before we had EverSign. Two, Rafik, you wanted to mention anything? No? Okay, all right, Rafik's cool. But yeah, I think the system of MOUs needs to be in Property Partners Gmail. Yeah? One central repository for MOUs now.
Yeah, and EverSign.
Okay, all right. Or wait, let's be clear. Is EverSign the MOU depository now, or is it something else?
So the one that EverSign.
Okay, I'm gonna pull in Wayana. For everybody who hasn't met, this is my wife and co-founder Wayana. She works on the business development side of the company, so she'll be coming in to tell us about
Hi
where
everyone.
our contracts are.
Hello.
The new one is Joseph and Chai and Tara.
She,
Tara. Oh, okay, Ching. Okay, nice to meet you, everyone. Okay, for the contract, I suggest in the future the one that already finished move forward using EverSign because from that we can just attach the link, or if the link somebody delete the trailer unless I have still have it a copy in the system, it will be just one place to find it. I think it's moving forward using the online contract instead. Yes.
all right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Chair. I'm going to add a card, and I'm going to add this card onto our Trello from community management. I'm going to put a repository of MOUs, right? So that means that's where all our MOUs are located, and this is the card. I've added onto the general stack here on the Trello board. It's on all the way on the leftmost left card, and it's the topmost card now, repository of MOUs. What I'd like to do is I'd like to tag Wayana to this card now,
Uh,
and I'd like you to create a link to the EverSign documents there. Okay?
You mean all of it? It should be on the PRM.
It's in the PRM. Okay, then they
Yeah,
should have
no.
the link to the PRM then.
PRM is like its property.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So-
PRM is done on Trello right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I need you to put the link on PRM to here, and this is where people will go to find.
PRM for squad 1, 2, 3, 4. You mean like that?
Yes. Put all the links, please, on this card,
Okay.
and that way, anybody looking for an MOU in the future will be able to find it from the Trello board, because the Trello board right now is the control panel for
Yes.
entire chapter. Okay.
But I think for that one, I think I need help actually to review the Trello. Which property already have the EverSign been attached then, who's not, so that we can focus in the future targeting like who's upcoming partners that will
Who would you like to
expire.
delegate that? Who would you like to delegate that to?
Who do I need to delegate to? Like I need somebody to have time. Basically, I don't have.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Let's delegate to Joseph. Joseph, we have a project for you. All right. This is
Okay.
related to a revenue management related project. So this will be a good orientation project. Joseph, this is pretty simple. All it requires is that we take a look in the existing database of our partners to find what partners currently are using the latest contract and what partners are not. Joseph will need some guidance. Who's the best
Yes.
person to guide him?
Okay, I think I can be give like orientation and what the vision look like. I mean, maybe with one community and me and Joseph have a sub discussion what it should be look like, and then what need to be done.
Okay. All right. We have a plan. So what would like to happen is we create a checklist similar to what we've done for CSC and for all the other programs that we have in community. But this checklist will show essentially which partners are on the newest contract and which partners are not on the newest contract. And then for the partners who are not on the newest contract, what should we do?
So what I will need help from the community to contact them that need to renew the contract using the new
Okay.
upcoming contract.
Okay, all right. I'm going to put this in clear description right now in the repository of MOU's activity. Joseph, I'll tag you on Trello. What you'll see now on your Trello board, Joseph, is a ping, is a notification bell, and that is that. You also mentioned, Wan, that you wanted to have another member of community to help Joseph. Why is that necessary at this point?
So that like the community have a representative what is going on in the community actually, and then what is the vision.
Okay, so that's
so that if I'm not there, so I have like proxy basically to
to work on, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'll go to the chair. Chair, would you like to delegate one person of the community to help with Joseph and Wyan to create this partner contract checklist?
Okay, it's already done, yeah, sure.
Mr. Chair, I think Jing need you to delegate one more thing to help Moyana works on this MOU too. So your call, Mr. Chair.
Okay, because it was like a small disconnect, so I can't hear some word. So which
You have to repeat them.
again, Wayana?
So when I requested somebody from community accompany her to look and develop this partner MOU checklist. Over to Tendi for the delegation.
Okay, so I will have for that, Wayana. So I will make a checklist for that, so it will be easier for you to track the partner. Yeah, which one you said the old and the new one.
Okay, so the chair himself has actually volunteered to help you on this particular project. Okay.
Can we have some discussion today to create the system and what it's it will look like
Okay,
for each person? Yeah.
great. So what time do you want this sub discussion? Scrum, 10 minutes after Scrum.
I will ping you. I need to see my calendar.
Okay, all right. Lionel will set the time. I'll put the meeting template. We'll set the
I
time.
will invite you in the calendar.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's on contract progress with Joseph. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, that's pretty much it. So I've gone ahead, Mr. Chair, and I've put a template, meeting marker onto this template, and let's get back to it when you guys are ready. Okay, back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, sir, for arranging the meeting. Okay, for the next, yeah, for the next on my cards for the CSC program. So today, I will have a call with the Kencana Homestay because he want to know more about the CSC, and then I will explain it what is the benefit for him as well for today. So I didn't put on my calendar, but I will call him just after I finished all the meeting today. Okay, just that. And then the next one for the bigger training for the Nusa Penida, I had success to train Mertabits and then Bunga Bamungalo and Polingsi. And then I got also response for the Sari Garden and then the box. Also, I had outreach Putri Nusa, and then if the owner not replied, I will follow up today for the Putri Nusa. So and then today I will send another five invitation for the bigger training as well. Okay, thank you. And then the next one for digital check-in progress. So this one actually no update. So I still discuss it with Cynthia as well. What's the best solution for the what's called the check-in process for the direct gas and then the BV gas. Okay, next one from the Rafik card, there is no update. And then the second one for the setting the hospitality standard, I think the latest update is 20 July. Uh, is it Rafik want to give some advice or no? Because I don't see the no update labels.
Okay, Ravik's here right now. I'll turn to him for advice. This is on hospitality standards. Hospitality standards? Moderator?
No, but okay.
Okay.
Because I
Or
yes, Andre.
or maybe you need me to look at that one, Rafiq.
Yeah, because
Uh,
one is on Indonesian language and one is English on
uh-huh.
Airbnb. So you can use that one. So if foreigners you can send it English. If local owner you can send it Indonesia.
Okay,
Just
okay,
one.
okay.
Just one.
Okay, I will turn on your card, ya Om now,
Okay.
to help you on this.
Thank
Okay.
you, Andre.
Okay, so Andre will help Rafik for the card as well. The next one is the G.1, there is no update as well. So for the next, for the Rian, there is no update. And then for the HR G.1.0, let me check. Oh, there is update from Rian. Rian will have a breakout meeting with Andre at 2:30 for the professional networking handover to get it continued using new format. You already confirmed, Andrea?
Yes, I come from that one.
Okay. Mrs. Secretary, call you put on the calendar as well for to and then we will see the result for by tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. The next one is from Jing from CSC borrowing the community voice.
Okay.
Is it done?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I moved it from done back to my list. And okay, one more question before the card is done. What happened to the people who inquired about the service? Have they been sent over to Wyana for partnerships? Yes. Okay, they've been sent over to Wyana's WhatsApp. You can see here on the KPI on MB partnership. And thanks, Rizal, that's done. Okay, that looks okay. Just making sure that this actually flowed over to the business developer side of the business. Okay, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Oh, okay. Already moved to done. Yeah. Okay, then I think that's that for the initiative. So I would like to move to the discussion management. Let me open the paper. Okay, so for the discussion management, I see that there is some topic that we not cover yet. So the first one is this is from Jing. Are we encapsulating our process type work, meaning how we will work, we will make the work easier to delegate to others. Mrs. Jing, could you tell us more about the encapsulating?
Sure, I'll give you an example. If I may, Mr. Chair, I'd like to share the screen. So,
Yes, sure.
look at that. Oh, right. So, what I mean by encapsulating work is this. So, as you can see, we have some new people joining our company. So, the best thing I think we can do is we can make it easy for somebody else to work on a particular card. It's only possible if there's a clear vision of what that card is doing and how to get there. So, what do I mean by encapsulating work? Let's take a look at an example, and we can probably take a look at that. So, let's say, for example, we're doing professional outreach right now. I'd like to compare the way that we do professional outreach. Let's say from the card, let's take one of Rion's card, maybe for example, and then let's take a look at one of my cards in terms of how which one is easier for which one would be easier for encapsulating the work. So let's say, for example, this is the idea. Let's just pick any random card on my stack. Let's say we do this, HRG 1.1. So a well encapsulated card is a card where I can delegate it to somebody else. Let's say, for example, I'll just practice this. Let's say Tara. Tara, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to follow up and continue my work here on reaching out for professional guidance and mentorship from people who work as product managers in startups. So what your goal is we want to develop efficient workflows and processes for our own product development, and we want to grow our potential product managers. What we're thinking is going to help, and the reason why we created this card is by seeking systematic knowledge from experts, we can arrive at a faster solution than building our own systems and failing at our own systems. So I think if I've asked Tara to do that, Tara, how clear are you now on what this particular goal is?
I'd say it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So that's the first check, right? So if Tara, as my delegate, understands what the intended outcome is and what we're going to do to get there, then that part's clear. The next question is how. So how will she do this? So this is essentially a progress funnel, and Tara can see, all right, so who has Jing actually reached out to? When she looks on this particular card, she can open these links, and what she'll see, oops, okay, where is it? Sorry. When she looks on this card, she can see these particular links. She can see immediately what the overall progress is on the project. You can see, okay, Jing has reached out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. One person responded. One person is scheduling, and 2 people we're actually having meetings with, right? So she can visualize the progress on the project within a very short amount of time. She can also see what previous activity happened on this project. So she can see, okay, on July 20th, Jing screenshot the progress and it looked like this. And then let's take a look up here again, and that looks exactly the same, right? So there's been no real change between June 20th and today. So then Tara will be able to know that, okay, so it looks like, Jing, you have not actually moved any new people in. It looks like the condition is still the same. Do you have an update on that? So all the questions are already answered on this particular card for Tara on what she wants to do, why it's important, how it can be done, and what is the current status. So that is an encapsulation of a project. So then, for example, I say, Tara, I'd like you to reach out to 50 new project managers around the world that you think could help Bukit Vista understand how to do project management better. So then Tara would go out, she would go on LinkedIn, because that's be like where we're working on. She would reach out. Every time she reached out, she would add their particular profile to the top of this stack. And then she can continue easily without too much guidance, without too much explanation. That, Mr. Chair, is an encapsulation of work. That is what I want to bring us to, so that we can delegate and transfer work really easily across to different chapters. Let's take a look at work that could use some improvement on encapsulation. So if we take a look, and maybe let's just take a look at, I don't know, okay, let's pick on Rafik, since he's already here, right? Let's not talk about people who are not in the room. So let's say Rafik's learning on, now this is okay, Rafik's still learning how to do this, and this is a new concept, so I don't expect Rafik to be an expert, but we can improve still. So here's Rafik's card. So he has a a similar outreach. He's looking to learn community management from a local speaker who is an expert in community management. So his intended outcome is similar. He wants to do professional networking. Oh, actually, we have a different setup. Let's go over here to see what the difference is. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Over to Tendi. Tendi, what do you see is the primary difference right now between Rafik's intended outcome and my intended outcome?
I think the what's called the vision,
Yeah.
what is for what is the goal or the vision for the professional networking.
Right. Let's go to Andre for further clarification. Andre, what would you like to add?
I think from in that outcome that you want to do from professional networking is to gain efficient workflow process product development. But on
Right.
Rafik intended outcome is just talking talking in a bigger image that it wants just to professional networking with 5 local speaker without knowing
Got it.
what's the specific of
Right.
the local speaker it is.
Okay. And Rafik, what is that called? That's the difference between activity and result. Right. So intended outcome should be a result. Activity is what we do to get to that result. So be careful that when we set an intended outcome, we set a result, not an activity, right? So we have to be intentional about that. Next, okay, let's take a look at the hypothesis. So we will know the outcome or info from local speakers, okay, and how to make sure local community keep relationship. Okay, those are interesting hypotheses, right? These are knowledges that we can learn. How will we know? We convert 5 meetings with local speakers. All right, over to Tendi for analysis on that. Is that correct? Is that the outcome that, or is that how we will know that we've done this correctly?
For the Rafikar,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's always like the goal or the is actually is more like a KPI for so we know so after reach the 5 local speaker, then this card will be done.
Okay, let's go over to Tara for analysis. Tara, looking at Rafik's how will we know, how would you analyze that between how will we know on the card on the left and the card on the right? Oh, Tara, you're muted, by the way.
Oh, sorry, I always forget. Okay, so you just want me to compare the two different
Sure,
how will we knows,
definitely.
basically? So just to clarify then, how will we know is essentially how will we know we've achieved a result? Is
Yes.
that it? Okay. So I guess on the right hand side, it's like we will know we've achieved our intended outcome or result once we have converted 5 meetings with local speakers, I guess. And then on the left, once crucial decision making points are made around product development. Yeah.
Okay. Which one actually serves better for a learning objective?
I feel like the one on the left.
Okay, right, very good, very good. So the thing is, yes, Ravik has actually designed this to be a task, right? So it's just like, okay, I need to get this done. But the crucial thing is actually, what is it we want to get out of connecting with these product managers? We want to get knowledge, we want to get understanding, we want to get, like, yeah, we can meet with them 5 times, but if we haven't asked the right questions or if we haven't, explored how to make better decision-making processes, then the mission isn't achieved. It's not encapsulated, right? Meaning that essentially this is a task, but this task by itself would need to be paired with another objective in order for the true objective to be done. So it sort of needs to have a whole complete body, head, and everything into it. That's what encapsulation means. Okay, let's take a look and see what the progress is. So the progress here is sort of intermittent and it's spread throughout, right? So sometimes we have connection and then there's an update. Sometimes we have connection, there's an update, and then the funnel keeps on moving, right, throughout the entire journey. So the funnel is over here right now, and then the funnel is over here right now, and then the funnel is kind of over here, and the funnel is over here. So there's not one place where we can find what is the overall progression of these people through the process, right? So it becomes difficult to track and to understand, okay, what does the progress actually look like? So this is my original design. When I originally did the cards, I would update the funnel. What I mean by funnel, everyone, does everyone know what I mean when I say funnel? Let's double check. Joe, when I say funnel, Joe, what do I mean by the funnel?
I actually don't understand.
Very good. All right. Listen, if you're new at Bukit Vista, we will use probably a lot of language that will be new. Feel free to just raise your hand anytime and just say, hey, look, you said something I don't understand. Please clarify. If you don't understand it, chances are there's a few other people who don't understand it. So be the hero and ask on behalf of everybody else. It will help inspire delight, yeah, when everybody knows what it is. Okay, great. I'll tell you what the funnel is. The funnel is a marketing term, and it indicates. Well, wait. Actually, let me ask somebody who is here. Andre, what's the funnel?
The funnel is that the things that you put on the evidence there on project management and the outreach and
Yes.
things that you updated there.
Okay, why is it called a funnel, Andre?
Because it let us know about what's the current update. I guess it's just I think of it as what's let us know to what's the current update.
Okay, let's go to Tandy. Why is it a funnel? Why do we call it a funnel, Tandy?
Because there's a place that we can have a look for the progress
Okay, but a funnel
to display it.
a funnel is a shape, right? A funnel is essentially a shape that's sort of like it's like an inverted triangle. Okay, so a funnel is essentially a marketing process, and when we communicate with people, we should expect a marketing process. Let's say, for example, Joe. Joe has a birthday party, so Joe invites, let's say, 150 of his friends to his birthday party. 150 is the top of the funnel. Then out of that 150, let's say 50 people RSVP. They say, Joe, I will come to your birthday party. And then actually 25 people show up to Joe's birthday party, and that is the actual. So it sort of shapes each way. Each stage of a funnel is a little bit shorter or less than the previous stage. And so when we go out and we do, let's say, outreach projects, such as professional networking, we invite 50 people to come, 25 people respond, maybe 3 people actually come, right? So that is essentially why we call it a funnel. Okay, so to go back to the funnel, we can take a look and examine inside the funnel, and we can see what the progress is of my entire efforts. I can see, all right, Jing has reached out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people, right? 10 people have been reached out to. I include everybody here. 1, 2, 3, 4 people have responded. 2 people have meetings. 1 person's in the middle of scheduling. 1 person has scheduled and not responded. So this is a really quick way and very fast way that anybody can visualize this flow of the project, right? So that's one example of project encapsulation. The other example of project encapsulation is this, right? Before we were talking about this CSC program, we did not have a visualization for it, so it became confusing, but now we do. So when you have project visualization, anybody can start working on it, right? So let's say, for example, Tendi. Tendi has this card here, and what he's intending to do is he's going to have 2 properties pass COVID safe certification a week. He's going to demonstrate occupancy and booking improvement at 50%, and he's going to improve brand awareness to non-partners by inviting them to join Bukit Vista's community. He's going to do that by continuing the program on community service or COVID safe standard cleaning, but add a few new ideas. He'll use videos for past COVID safe compliant properties to inspire new properties. And he'll be using Facebook ads. Okay, great. How will we know the booking pace and occupancy rises for CSC approved properties and new property leads come in for our Facebook community posts? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on. Right. First, we can see progress, right? We can see progress of all the CSC properties. That part is really clear. Let's say, for example, Joseph. Joseph, if he gets assigned, Tendy can say, Joseph, I'd like you to work on deploying this program to these particular properties. Joseph will be like, which properties do we need to deploy to? Tendy will be like, just go to the ones that don't have the program yet. Joseph will be, okay, understood. Otherwise, it'll be hard to coordinate that work. Joseph will be, okay, I'll go and do this work. Pendopo do enough. And then if we didn't have this visualization, perhaps that work would be done twice rather than a single time. But let's go over here. Is this complete yet? Is the current visualization complete for the goals that we have? Let's go over to Andre.
I think from that we can already also know where's the property that already certified here, because we set the KPIs to property passing the certification per week. But the hardest thing is to track the timing of it, sir. Like I agree with like what VD said in the early morning, that we have to also track the what's the date when we updated that, rather than have to check. Actually, we can check it like on the document history, but it might take time if there's tons of people are editing it. But
Okay.
we're trying to figure it out. And what I was thinking, that maybe we can also make some something that maybe like what's that called, booking pace. So in these days we can pop these things up, here's property that's certified, this property. But I'm still thinking about it, because it's my, there is a lot of that checklist that we have to do, a lot of things that we have to check. So how can we manage that one? That's it.
Let's go over to Tendi. Tendi, is it easy to track what the KPI is, if the KPI is being held or not?
For the KPI, I think it's on the comment, but of course it will be like deep down. Yeah, I was thinking also to make the what's called the visualization instead of the paper to the Google Sheet. So because on the Google Sheet we can like put on the diagram, so we know like the progress, like is it like from the bunch of the properties, how many like in feet, how in this, so we can like have a graphic for that.
Okay. Okay, let's actually make it even simpler than that, right? We can start with Google Sheet. We can do however we like, but we can even just do this, gentlemen, right? We can do this, and we can go week. Let's say this is July, I don't know, 10th to 17th, right? And we can go week July 17 to 24. Okay, and then week whatever, right? Whichever week you want. Let's just say for that, right? So then you can say, all right, for this week, which properties have been certified through COVID safe cleaning? You can say is property A, and property B, right? And then you can even say, okay, all right, we'll be using Facebook groups to target Balinese owners, and we will get brand awareness. So how do we know we got property C was a Facebook sign up, right? Okay, so then if you track that, then it will be super simple to actually see if you're on KPI or below KPI, right? Just kind of what is the score this week, right? What is the score this week? And that will allow us to see over a few weeks what the progress has been. Super simple, super easy. Yeah? Nope? Okay.
Got it. Understand, sir. Thank you.
Great. So that's project encapsulation. Once a project has been encapsulated, it should be super easy to delegate to somebody else, and they will know exactly what they need to work on, how to work on it to help you achieve your greater goal. Okay, back to the chair.
Okay.
I want to ask something, sir.
Yeah.
So what is the difference about encapsulating the project and also to visualize the project?
Visualization is part of encapsulation. So encapsulation means that the entire project is sort of self-sufficient to, it's like a toolkit, sir. So let's say you build a model, right? A model airplane. So if the model airplane is missing the wings or they're missing some part, then you need to go out and you need to go to find the wings somewhere else and bring it in. It means the kit isn't complete. Encapsulation of a project means everything you need to successfully run the project is already there. So you have a way of monitoring the project, you have a goal for the project, and you have all the resources you need inside that project. Let's say, for example, there's training that needs to be done. Let's say professional networking, right? So last week I talked to Rafik. I was like, Rafik, why are you talking to Rian? The training for professional networking has already been made. So that's project encapsulation. That I can give you this as a kit, and just based on what you have inside this entire thing, you can delegate it to anybody, and any reasonable person of reasonable intelligence should be able to go, I got it. I got everything I need in order to do it. Visualization is part of encapsulation. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Okay, so that's clear, ya, Andrea. Okay, thank you. So I will continue to share my screen for discussion management. Andre, please documenting that on the discussion management so Rian and Om Rafiq can read it as well. Okay, so the next one, this is from Jing about the roadmap to leadership. The chapter lead discover initiative to support the mission of the building an agile innovative community, and then the prioritize initiative based on a goal and bound by resource. Decide if we need to reset or align realign the chapter mission base, and then support the team on their mission by removing friction should be the most delegation and coaching. And then the second one is project manager works on an initiative level, problem solve on the initiative level to complete goal, and then the prioritas pivot based on the goals, and then the third one is operational work on pivot level on and non search.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll go
what do you
back up
think?
to the chair to decide if they would like to actually have another topic go before this. Mr. Tendi, is there is there another topic that you would like to prioritize before this topic?
Let me check. Yeah, I think we can continue this topic, sir.
Okay, very good. This is a proposal I have to make the roles of a chapter more defined. I've been hearing a lot of feedback about how we need more precise leadership in our chapters, particularly in community and in HAR. So this is my vision. What I believe we can do is this. I believe a chapter lead is somebody who, like once again, is prioritizing at the mission level, right? So what is the mission of the chapter, and are the initiatives that we're going to go through helping this particular mission? Are there any new initiatives that we should work on? Are there initiatives we need to under prioritize? Are there initiatives we need to prioritize? So the whole process is in a discovery and prioritization section. Chapter lead, I think, should be working on mostly delegating work and monitoring the work and deciding whether or not work needs to be continued, canceled, or new work needs to be added to the initiative list. So that's chapter lead. Project manager, I think, is essentially working on one particular initiative. So let's say that is CSC, right? That's one particular initiative. So then going through and creating all the different pivots from that initiative, thinking of how to pivot, thinking like, okay, I've got this much time, I've got this many resources. How do I actually make that happen? And then operations essentially just works on execution. And so each layer works on a different level of the mission of leadership. Chapter lead works on discovery prioritization. Project manager works mostly on problem solving and execution. And then operational just works on execution.
Oh, okay, got it, sir. So this is the roadmap to leadership, right? So
It's a discussion. So the reason I bring it up is to allow for opportunity for people to express if they believe that this is complete or how we should evolve this. And I don't think we need to make the decision today. We don't need to be rash, but I just want to start this thought process so that we can get more clear expectations.
okay, got it. So yes, Andre, do you have any advice or comment?
No, I just want to asking about. I see that project management are mostly working on initiatives, sir. But you right here works on an initiative, so it indicates that it's just one initiative. So what if the other people here have working on the other initiative? So do we need also the other people to be the project manager, or how will we work with that?
Ah, very good. So it's just related to leadership, right? So whoever, wait, maybe I can visualize this a little bit better. Mr. Chair, can I borrow the screen real quick?
Sure, sure.
Okay, so sorry, I'm trying to get quite a lot of material finished by today. So I would say that, let's say this, right? This is the diagram from HR right now, and I'm just using HR to give kind of a fresh perspective on what we mean. So HR, let's say if we have a chapter lead, right? There's no chapter lead at the moment, but let's say we do. So chapter lead is working on thinking about these particular missions to create the greatest professional network of hospitality innovators and to build innovation culture for leading the global hospitality industry. What a chapter lead is thinking about is how do I accomplish this mission? What a chapter lead is using to accomplish the mission is these particular set of initiatives. So the chapter lead is looking and identifying which initiatives are supporting my missions, which initiatives need to be prioritized, which initiatives need to be eliminated, which initiatives have not been created that we need to discover to help lead this particular mission. So that's chapter lead sort of work, right? Chapter lead, of course, can work on execution, can of course work on problem solving, can of course work on whatever, but their primary duty is to discover and prioritize initiatives. Okay? Project managers are, after the initiatives have been created, their job is to take this initiative and create pivots and ideas to drive that initiative forward. So, for example, let's say, let's say this initiative, right? Initiative A. Initiative A is project led by Ara. That's her little card right here. So what she's doing is other people can work on these cards, right? Other people can actually, oops, this needs to be tagged. This isn't done correctly, so I need to tag Kiki on it. Sorry. Where's Kiki? Kiki. Okay, now it's clear. Sorry, we have a little bit of a unclear communication here. So I'm going to clarify that by tagging the right people. Okay, good. All right. So Ara is the project manager for this particular initiative, Deepen the Talent Pool. But the actual persons who work on this project can be individual contributors or executors, right? So Kiki's working on this particular pivot, A15, A1.2.3, A1.1. Ara is supervising it, making sure that these pivots actually make sense and that they're actually adding up to support this initiative. And Ara is also working on, she can work inside these pivots too as well. But a project manager's goal is to look across all these different pivots that are happening and ask herself if this is actually supporting my project, right? Does this actually support my project of deepening the talent pool? Okay, so that's the next level of hierarchy. Now, a project manager can work on their own. They can delegate like these pivots to other people. But when you add up all the pivots together, they should move the project forward of deepening the power pool, right? The next level is people who work on individual pivots. So these are essentially operational. So if you're working on an individual pivot, you're just inside the pivot and you're thinking about how to set goals, how to accomplish goals, and how to set your milestones, which is what we've done. Everybody can work on every stack, on discovery, problem solving, discovery, prioritization, problem solving, and execution. But chapter leads prioritize and discover at initiative level. Project leads discover and prioritize at pivot level. And then execution people just work on inside that execution. They just need to prioritize and discover within that. So then it is more clear. Okay. Does that make sense, Andre? Tendi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you, Jing, for the explanation about the roadmap. And then, I would like to open this discussion, right, Jing? I think we still have 7 minutes, but I will use it 6 minutes before the other chapter use this room. So for this one, my comment is I think this is good. So we can still align on our mission and the vision as well. So this also make it clear where the community will be as well. So because I think currently we still like working on the each initiative and then like need someone that actually help us to drag the all the initiative to make alignment and then check if our initiative is actually related to the mission as well and then the vision. So I think from my side I agree if we have like or we decide like who is the chapter lead and then the project manager and then the operational. Since currently we are only me, Andre, Rafiq, and Jing, I think for this decision, who is the chapter lead, project manager, and then operational, I cannot give it the answer yet because this is need more discussion and evaluation as well. So it's like maybe the person that want to nominate someone or want to be volunteer need to explain what he can do before they take it that responsible as well. That's from my side. I think yeah. From Andre, do you have any advice for how we actually get the chapter lead, project manager, and then the operational for community?
Yeah, I think this is good, and I believe that Jing already develops people that, yeah, develop people that maybe can help him with this kind of new section of leadership. So we can also make people are more focused on something. Let's say that the project manager just focusing on pivot level, so they just check whether the pivot is doing well or not, and the chapter lead don't have to really think deeply on that, but they just have to delegate to the project manager. So this is, I believe, how the leadership built. So you are not going to deeply. If you're a leader, you don't really need to go deeply. Like let's say Jing, you actually don't really need to go deeply in every people initiative. So yeah, that's what I believe. That because my father did that too. So the one who should do that is like the manager of it or maybe supervisor of it. So the things that actually leader built, so as the other person to be the leader, so the other person can be check the other things. So the main leader don't really have to go really deeply on someone initiative, on someone works, just like that. And I believe this is a good step that we take. I think this can also be the good milestone for people that in Bukit Vista, so we can also develop our leadership more and more. And I believe this is really helpful for the chapter and also for the Bukit Vista.
Okay, thank you, Andre. Yeah, I think I do agree as well with that. I think we also can apply in the other chapter maybe for the SAR as well. So it will be like a more clear, right? So who will be checked on the each initiative, who will be help for the pivot, who will be like actually working on the execution. So I think on the execution, the person is not to think a lot of the initiative and everything. So they just like have to spread out or execute that things.
Okay,
Yeah, just that.
good. All right,
Okay.
so that
Yes, Jim, you have any comment?
yeah, that's good. So, okay, good to see that there's positive sentiment about that. And to add everything together, project encapsulation belongs to the project manager's job. So it makes it easier for operational people to work on the operations, right? And probably initiative encapsulation belongs to the chapter lead's job. So how do you encapsulate an initiative so that it becomes easy for somebody to understand and to use it? I think if we have the system, it'll be very, very well aligned because then every operational thing will support a particular initiative, which supports the mission, which supports the goal of our company to become the world's most innovative hospitality company. So, okay, all right, cool.
Okay,
I have the turn.
thank you.
Mr.
So,
Chair.
yes, Andre.
Okay, maybe before with this end, I already attached a new discussion here, and I believe that we cannot discuss it now. The next thing up will be next Monday, and I think that will be too long. And I need you just to open this and give me some feedback about that. So that's the new CSC list that maybe I already made with the new visualized uh, things that Mo and I have already told me with which we can see how many people are already invited, how many people already uh, socialize, and many things like that. And
Oh, wow.
I said that I separated it into 4 region there, so each region will be separated in every sheet. If you
New
check
CSC
that. So
visualization. Okay.
So this is the things that I want emphasize to Tendi and also Rian. Maybe if Rian want to watch this video, so please put the note there if you already do something on it, so I will know what's the current progress of that. So maybe Rian now working on BSL. Oh no, BSL. I'm sorry, what's the last? I forgot. Let's say BSL, and then he just more socialize with them, and he don't really have time to training with them. So I will know what really happened there. So I because I lost track in there. Rian also text me that I'm sorry, I'm lost in there, but I don't want to lost in any progress of it. So please put note there. If you already give another update, you can delete that, and then we can continue what's the latest note about that. And yeah, there's also grab that you can see, so you can see how many people already invited, how many people that I put that as abandoned there, as I put that Kilakail is abandoned because they have their own guests for a year, so I put it as an abandoned like that. So
Oh,
that's basically on it. I need feedback. Just you can write it later
Okay.
okay.
for you guys.
Thank you, Andre. Yes, Jing.
Quick one. Does this is this? Are we going to use this now instead of the old CSC checklist now?
Yeah, I think this is. If you agree, we can use this one, sir.
Okay. All right. We'll put comments on the discussion, and then we'll come back next week to discuss. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
noted.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Cool.
sir.
Yeah.
And for 22, and maybe from the other intern, if you want to check this and give some suggestion, that will be very good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Also, oh yeah, also just information, Andre. So if you have any discussion that you want to bring up, actually, we don't need to wait until Monday, right? So if you have, if tomorrow, if possible, you can just set up in the calendar. So we can just discuss it tomorrow. So you will get the discuss what's called the result
Yes, sir.
easier, and then on the Monday we can just like what's called review it again like that to the all.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes, thank you. I missed that one part.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think yeah for this one, I will do agree. So can just update it on here. So from my side, I'm agree. I believe also Jing agree with this as well. The list. You can just update it here, yeah, Andre. Okay, I think just that for the Scrum today. It's a lot of things that we learned today. I believe. So hopefully, Tara and Sin also have something that she can take away from this Scrum. Yes, I think. Do you have any last thought, guys? Okay then. Thank you for joining the Scrum today. So for the quick for the next chairman will be Andre, and then the secretaries will be Rian. Okay. So thank you very much for today. We'll let you guys continue your work. Have a
Oh,
good day, everyone.
Teddy, hang in there for a second. I need you to stay.
Okay. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thank you. Okay. For everyone else, please stay. If you're an intern, stay. You're shadowing me still. Andre, you're